What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Dragon Age Inquisition. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet, please do subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and of course, if you want to catch up on the rest of the Let's Play so far, go ahead and check the description below. I'll have the whole series down there in order for everybody. So we are trying some new things today. I boosted the audio of my mic, and I also boosted the audio of the game to about the same degree. Somebody had mentioned that it's still sometimes a little quiet, which I'm surprised in, because I boosted the crap out of it since the last time somebody
I
complained
agree.
about that. But
Are you well?
apparently my videos are still a
Panic,
little quiet,
nothing more.
so we'll see how the boosted audio works out. Find source of Darkspawn attacks. Inquisitor. The Grey Wardens scoured the area as requested. Unfortunately, this left them unprepared when mercenaries working for Marquis Ephalosh Bouffon attacked by surprise. It appears that Marquis Bouffon has been mining the area in violation of local treaties, which accidentally freed the Darkspawn from beneath the earth. Marquis Bouffon has fled into the Gomordan Peaks. The Grey Wardens continue to fight bravely, but they have suffered many losses. I recommend deploying them with care, lest we lose them entirely. Yours, Lieutenant Suzanne Kloshek. So we should have held that and waited for Liliana
Our
to
soldiers
investigate that
handled
first.
themselves well in Adamant.
That being said, we are certainly going to bring that piece of shit to justice. Inquisitor, with her treachery revealed, Marquis Ephalosh Bouffon has fled into the mountains. Our initial efforts to pursue her have been hampered by both the terrain and the presence of demons in the area. While we have had difficulty making headway, the Grey Wardens have offered to assist. They seem to be the only force in the area capable of doing so. Regardless, I believe it is worth pursuing Marquis Bouffon if we have the means to do so. It is absolutely worth it. Marquis Bouffon may have enemies among the nobles in the area. Some of them may have information on safe passes through the mountains. The Grey Wardens will do better against demons than normal Inquisition soldiers. Let them fight through the mountains. No, we are going to be cautious with the Wardens from now on.
Inquisitor.
My lack of care there got a bunch of them ambushed by mercenaries, so that won't be happening again, rest assured. What else do we have? The name of our enemy. According to Dorian, it might be possible to discover who Corypheus once was. Knowing he was human could make him less attractive to Tevinter zealots who think of him as a god. Acquiring this information, however, is more difficult than one might suppose. Such ancient information could be found in the Magisterium's library in Minrathous, but the Grand Archivist has so far replied to our messages with polite misdirection. Dorian says he is the king of this particular castle and knows it. He might be blocking our efforts out of allegiance to Corypheus, or simply because he can. Bribe the man with gifts and favors. This is normal for Tevinter, and what he expects. Men like this respond to one thing: threats. He knows who you are and doesn't want to be your enemy. Go around him. I can send an agent to infiltrate the archive and find what we need. I would like to send Liliana for this, but I can't just rely on her for every single war table mission ever, right? So that leaves us with two choices. We either threaten him with murder, basically, to do as he's told, or we bribe him and follow the Tevinter customs. I suppose we can bribe him.
At your service.
Everybody wants to be in our good books currently, so he should take the bait on that. Liliana should have contacted the Hero of Ferelden from last time. Sister Liliana. The Hero of Ferelden made contact. He left a letter to deliver to the Inquisitor, as well as goods from his travels that might be of use. We have included them in this missive. Those in service, Sister Regine. So where is my letter for the man, I wonder? Everybody's too busy to do anything else that we would want them to do. Do I just get it when I come back out of this, or do I have to go to Liliana for the letter? I guess we'll read this real quick while we're here. The Hero of Ferelden was the younger son of Bryce Cousland, Turn of Highever. When Alrendon Howe's forces attacked Castle Cousland and murdered most of the Cousland family, the hero escaped to safety with Grey Warden Commander Duncan, who then recruited him into the Order. After defeating the Archdemon and ending the Fifth Blight, the Hero of Ferelden took up the mantle of Warden Commander. He began the task of rebuilding the Order in Ferelden, serving with honor until his disappearance several years later. The Inquisition has discovered that he has gone west in search of a way to cure the calling. So he wants to cure the calling like Warden Fiona did. I wonder if the Hero of Ferelden is aware that that is possible, right? I wonder if he knows that and he is searching for however the hell she stopped being a warden. Yeah, my Grey Warden is unkillable. It would take a lot more than the calling to do anything about that. A letter from the Hero of Ferelden. To his worship, Inquisitor Trevelyan. I wish that I had helpful information regarding Corypheus, but due to my own limited training during the Blight, I know less of ancient Darkspawn lore than do most wardens. I am engaged in a search of my own. All Grey Wardens who do not fall in battle eventually fall to something known as the Calling, a magic that preys upon our own connection to the Blight and the Darkspawn. Rather than such foul magic eventually leading to my death, I have determined to find a way to negate this calling and save all wardens from its effects. As I have little useful information to offer, please accept the accompanying gifts instead. If, in my quest, I find anything that may be of use to you in your fight against Corypheus, I will send it to you immediately. Yours, Warden Commander Kuzland of Ferelden. If anybody in this universe can take care of the Calling and the Blight and then make it home in time to chop Corypheus' head off, it is certainly the Hero of Ferelden.
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Bianca? Like the crossbow? Yeah, exactly this.
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
I would say Bianca is a little better than Helga, yes.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
Any friend of Varric's is welcome
She
here.
seems very taken
Be
with him.
careful saying things like that. Some of his friends you don't want to meet. Well, maybe you do. Who am I to judge?
You have a
Bianca's
certain
got a
personality
lead on where
about you, don't you?
Corypheus got his Red Lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out Red Lyrium by the handful.
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the Deep Roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
So Varric's assuming that the expedition in the Deep Roads with Hawk is what led to people finding that tag and then going down there for Red Lyrium. I mean, it makes sense, I suppose. There was a lot of hire-ons from Bartrand and all that, right? And I think everybody that didn't get murdered in his batshit crazy episode ended up leaving his service, so... I mean, if you wanted money, selling off Tig locations is definitely a way to get it.
If it's such a secret, how do you know about it, Bianca?
I told her. Right after the expedition, I wrote and told Bianca what we found. I had artifacts that needed buyers, and she had more contacts that would pay for them. Plus, I owed her.
So she potentially leaked it to people, is what you're telling me?
You can get there from Orlais? It's a long way to the free marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such, some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
Yeah, it's like I said, if you were able to look down at Thedas from a top-down view and turn on X-ray vision, you would see like an anthill underneath, which is the Dwarven Empire. Everywhere there is a human city, there is also a Tigs and deep roads.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
charismatic, isn't she?
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
I think it looks like Trouble is likely part of her full title. This quest is called, well, shit. We ask you anything about Bianca?
About that lead of yours, Varric.
Sure. The sooner we take care of it, the better.
Do you think this lead of hers is real?
Bianca's too much of a researcher to pass me information without verifying it first. But if you're asking whether she'd lie to us, maybe set us up, it's possible. Not
That's the
likely,
main
though.
concern.
She risked the wrath of the guild coming in person. A message would have sufficed. Whatever she found in that entrance shook her up. That worries me.
Well, is she too much of a friend or
Carry on.
close acquaintance to dangle you out to dry to pull her own ass out of the fire? That would be the main thing I would be concerned about, though, I think. All things considered. So we are going to Valammar, and I suppose we should probably take Varric with us, right? So this is going to be the first time we pull him out in a long, long time. So let's take Cassandra, we'll take Solus, and I guess we'll take Varric. We're probably going to have to do a whole bunch of leveling up for him, although we haven't done much upgrades to his crossbow. So he's going to be lacking a little in the DPS department, but we should be able to pick up that slack. What he lacks, we can provide in abundance. Hopefully. Pretty confident. I think over the next couple episodes, we will probably go to the Great Wastes, and then
What is it?
maybe Emprise de Leon. I've been trying to decide if I wanted to do Halam Shiral before or after Emprise de Leon, and I think, looking back at some old episodes to do some editing and things like that, I think what I said was that I would do Emprise de Leon right before we go to Halam Shiral. And then there's also the whole thing of after we do Halam Shiral, the main story is kind of going to guide us down a very specific main story path. And fucking around doing side content when you're on that path makes the whole thing feel a little lackluster. So I will probably try to get most things done before we go to Halam Shiral. The problem with big world ending stakes in RPGs like this, in an open world, is you can't really possibly have a way to make that make sense. In Dragon Age Origins it's different because you don't get the lands meat until you finish everything. And then that takes you right into the end game, right? Well, unfortunately in this game it doesn't work like that. You have the option to go when you please. And so you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because you either go to Halam Shiral early and then you postpone the end game, or you postpone Halam Shiral, and in canon lore-wise, that's you basically postponing giving Corypheus time to assassinate the Empress. I'm kinda damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Finally. I started to think you weren't coming.
Nobody said you had to hang out in the creepy cave while you waited.
Well, I did wait, so let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the Red Lyrium out in unprotected containers. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
She definitely has her concerns.
Why would the containers need to be protected?
Lyrium is incredibly dangerous in its raw form. It can poison or kill dwarves, and we're resistant to it. Sometimes it just explodes. No warning.
Basically, only crazy people mine lyrium.
The mining cast doesn't just sling it into a bucket. It's carried in special containers that keep it under control. And that's normal lyrium. The red stuff is worse. I wouldn't be surprised if most of their miners die just digging it up.
I don't believe that this is the mining cast. This seems like major Carter territory, right? Being paid on the side. And Corypheus has already used the Carter before with the whole legacy thing with Orc in Dragon Age 2. I don't think this is the mining cast. This screams like a Carter operation. And the Carter, if you recall, were already set up in here, what we cleared out the first time, so...
You seem to know more about the effects of Red Lyrium than most.
Varric told me plenty about what it did to him. And his brother.
How did you find this operation in the first place? There must be hundreds of Deep Road's entrances.
I've used this entrance in the past. Varric's not the only surface dwarf to explore the deep roads. Oh, I've got to admit, I was pretty surprised when I came here and found it full of humans.
We better get to work.
Sounds good to me.
And you better stay Oh, you use a bow anyway, that's fine. I was gonna say you better stay far back. Varric would never forgive me. And based on how he handled the loss of Stroud, I don't think I would ever forgive me, so you can sit in the back with your bow while me and Cassandra take care of all of that. Varric, what are you doing? You have levels. 7 levels. You have lots of levels. And he is also an artificer. Very cool. Okay. So then let's give you similar things to what I did. Yep, you're already good there. And you're already quite good here too. Yeah, you're actually kind of perfectly set up already, just by default. Then we can give you that as well. And if we go to his tactics, elemental mines enabled, that's fine. Fallback plan, we'll disable this. I don't want you wasting your stuff on that. We'll disable long shot, it's kind of poopy. And then we'll disable spike trap. That way you're using throwing blades, poison weapons as a preference, and everything else you can just do as you please with. I'm fine with that. Doesn't look like a human to me. He's dead though. Despite him making a very valiant attempt to run away post-death though. Varric should be doing a decentish job sundering people, and with Solus constantly proccing the weakened effect on everything, he should be quite good here. Run away from that into the shadows, bitch. I'm guessing they're all going to be up top where the first set we cleared out were forever ago. Came out to us, right? Show Bianca how good of a craftsman we are. See if we can avoid running into a similar problem that we did with the Iron Bowl questline. This guy's just taking it like a champ, huh? Carter grunt. Yeah, it's the Carter, of course it is. Odd that she said humans, and all we've seen is dwarves. Kinda strange. And she told us that it was humans that were down here in this operation, which was why it was such a surprise to her. Still waiting to see any of the human side of this. Cheese wheels, of course, it is Dragon Age. Varric. See, Varric is the homie. He doesn't stand obnoxiously in the way like Vivian and Cassandra does. He understands.
So this is what you do now?
You got the assessment.
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys? Is this your day-to-day?
I usually try to avoid the caves.
Seems very curious about his day-to-day activities. I mean, his crossbow is clearly named after her, so there's obviously something there, right? Hold this for me, gentlemen. So that's the poison weapon thing, them exploding in poison mist when you kill them. I might actually take part of that for myself sooner or later. I think now that I got those extra cunning and dex pops from the stealth tree, I think I might actually take the poison weapon tree next. I think the quest is down there, so let's clear this room first. I already saw the red behind the door. Let's go say hello. Knock knock. Bye-bye. God, that's a lot of damage. Two rogues is actually working quite well here. I mean, granted, it's not like we've run into a big deal yet, but still. Going quite well. Very good indeed. I'm quite fond of the way his poison tree is working out too. I definitely want that for myself. If anything, those perks will make our Sunder from our throwing blade last longer too. It will require a little bit more upkeep because we'll have to keep proccing the poison weapons.
You sent me about the Red Lyrium was the first I'd heard from you since the Chantry explosion.
Had it been that long?
Seriously, if you died in that mess, I'd have come back to Kirkwall and dug you up just to kick your ass.
What would you do if I'd been cremated?
Kick your ashes, of course.
Kick your ashes.
I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making.
You built the door.
Ta-da!
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave?
You already know I've used this entrance in the past. I don't know if Varric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
This is your work. Are you an artificer?
I've been known to build the occasional trap, weapon, or otherwise lethal device now and then. I take it you're a builder too? You've got the telltale, how do I take that apart and put it back together look in your eye.
Of course. Did you want a trap or something?
No, I'm just glad to see another smith around. Keeps Varric on his toes.
She almost certainly was the one who made his crossbow. And I suspect he might be slightly in love with her. Sandra's doing a fantastic job of holding aggro, which you love to see. Yeah, we do need to do something about this guard, Nito. I might have to give her the shield bash with the upgrade for like 800% bonus damage to guard. We might actually end up needing to take that.
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the smith Bianca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never.
Bianca the Paragon, huh? Well, I guess we don't get to read that, which means we probably already had the codex. Here, big boy. Look into those for me. Oh god, meter for you, sir. To the warden. Octavius is involved in this. Man, all of the damage numbers there is beautiful.
You know, this is almost fun. Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember crashing Bartram's guild dinner? We might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
It might be a little bit more dangerous if I wasn't here, guiding the reins of this. Oh, I guess that's what happens when you put Red Lyrium in unprotected boxes. If you were curious. And that is Deep Roads collapses right there. Yeah, she's being very, she's very coy as a person, and she has that charming, disarming nature about her that makes you distrust people, or at least it makes me distrust people. So there's the key we're looking for. But rock crusher. Am I not allowed to like loot this? What if I jump up? There we go.
There you are. They won't be able to use this entrance again.
Bianca.
You were the one who leaked the Tig's location.
It's not like that. Not entirely. Shit.
Right.
When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the Red Lyrium, and I studied it.
You know what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to know how this stuff works just as much as I do. I just wanted to figure it out.
So you were doing him a favor by lying to him to get him down here to cover your own ass?
Did you figure it out?
Actually, yes. I found out that Red Lyrium... It has the Blight, Varric. Do you know what that means?
What? The two deadly things combined to form something super awful?
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this guy, Larius. He seemed really interested in helping my research. So I gave him a key.
Larius, you will remember.
He was the Grey Warden we met in Corypheus's... Oh, shit.
Yep. That's the connection.
Something seemed off.
I didn't realize until you said you found Red Lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
So Larius is the Grey Warden that Corypheus's essence went into after we killed him as Hawk, and then he walked out of the Temple of Doom in Larius's body. And then she found all this Red Lyrium stuff and contacted a Grey Warden. I don't think Larius was a mage, I think he was a warrior, but I suppose it wouldn't matter to her, right? She wouldn't know the difference being a dwarf. So anyways, I guess she brought him here, which is obviously Corypheus, and then from there, everything is quite common sense. That's how he established his Red Lyrium supply to corrupt the Templars and all the other stuff. This is lots, like it says right here, you have done a lot of damage. All the Red Lyrium for the Templar corruption and all that stuff comes from her doing this in secret and bringing a warden in on it. Not exactly her fault majorly, because how is she to know that the Grey Warden she contacted was Corypheus, or one of his puppets, right? How could she have known that? But still, it does kind of lead back to her.
That name means something to you,
A lot
Varric?
of blood on those
He
hands.
was at the Grey Warden prison where we found Corypheus. And he definitely wasn't a mage before.
Yeah, like I said, he wasn't. He was a warrior, but Corypheus taking over his body would obviously turn him into a mage. So I wonder if Corypheus just sat in his body over time and regenerated, like piece by piece, until he eventually, almost like chest bursted out of him back as his Magister form, I would imagine.
You had to know we'd figure out what happened, Bianca. Why did you insist on coming with us?
Varric told me what people were doing with the Red Lyrium. I had to help make this right.
You told Varric you had a lead, so we'd straighten out your mistake.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it. It's as right as I can make it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a part and make everything right.
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself, telling stories of what I should have done?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
Varric is extremely right there, and like, I'm sorry, sweetheart, what did you just say? Oh, since when does he just sit there kicking himself telling stories? He was by the champion of Kirkwall's side during all of that shit. Where were you? He's now currently by the Inquisitor's side, fixing all of this shit. Where were you? It took you, what, half the game to come and tell us that the Red Lyrium source that almost ended the world, and is still currently trying to end the world, comes from you. Varric is absolutely right.
The Red Lyrium is out. Closing this entrance won't undo that.
We've done all we can here. Bianca, you'd better get home before someone misses you.
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
Well, you just broke his heart probably for the third or fourth, maybe even fifth time, so I wouldn't concern yourself too much with that, sweetie. Yeah, not fun to people like that. It's like I said, that charming, manipulative air about her, it just always makes me feel like I can't trust somebody when they're like that. The whole playing coy, like, teehee, I'm just a girl. You know what I mean? Like, she definitely had that from jump, which is why I figured. Didn't quite figure that it would be Larius that came there himself and all of that, though. I will say that. That part I wasn't assuming. But I guess it is cool to see how Dragon Age 2 directly leads into this, especially the Legacy DLC. It's all a direct connection, which does make it cooler in hindsight, I will say. It is very cool that the stuff we did in Legacy feeds into this so much, which is why I went back and made sure to play that expansion. At least that one, before we hopped into this game. Because it does directly connect. That's like I said, in hindsight, Dragon Age 2 comes out looking quite good if you take it into account with the rest of the series. It's definitely not the abomination everybody thought it was at the time. But I suppose it's fair that everybody was so upset when you go from a game like Origins, as damn near perfect as it is, to Dragon Age 2. I can see, if you were expecting another Origins, you would be disappointed. But if you take the game for what it was, I've always thought that game was much better than people gave it credit for. That's always been my take on Dragon Age 2. I've been an enjoyer ever since I played it. The only thing that ever rubbed me the wrong way the first time I played it was how you don't really seem to be steering the narrative. Like, no matter what, you can steer it to a degree, right? But no matter what you do, the mages will do what they do. Anders will do what he does. The Arashok will do whatever he does. You can't really change the outcomes, but you can change how they get there and all the flavor around it. So that was the only thing that ever rubbed me wrong. But the game in itself, I love Dragon Age 2. I think the gameplay is great. I think the story writing is still really good, even though you can't impact it like your traditional RPG would have you do. It's good. I like Dragon Age 2. I'm a defender and enjoyer of that game.
I'm glad to have answers, but... shit. The second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the Tig. I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
I don't think anyone is equipped any better than you are.
No, the point is, I don't deal with things. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now pretending none of this was happening.
You know that's not true. You've worked as hard as any of us to stop Corypheus.
Is that true? I don't even know anymore. Thank you for your help back there.
After all this,
He might have even worked harder, technically.
I always do.
I mean, when you think about it, he's risked his life more times than any of us to fight him. He risked his life once in the Legacy expansion and then again at Haven. He's one up on us. And the only one present that's killed him,
I've been
too.
looking all over for you. You're just in time. We almost had to start without you.
What are we starting?
What exactly were you starting without me now?
Varric the people person, I'm sure it's a family movie night or something.
Look who showed up, everybody.
Yeah, I thought so.
Deal him in, would you, Ruffles?
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Only Varric could bring everybody together for this.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do.
No, you don't get to run
Losing
away.
money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
3 coppers, huh?
Who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home?
Sounds good. I'm in.
Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
I'm surprised Liliana's not here.
Are you in?
Although it's probably a good idea, because if Liliana was here, she would fleece all of us.
I'm in, and raising another silver.
You haven't even looked at your cards.
Our illustrious leader is betting we're bluffing.
You are bluffing.
We'll see how this goes.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man.
You're shitting us!
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
That's a great story. Varric, how about you go?
I think it's our professional storyteller's turn to tell one.
I think I can manage that. Did I ever tell you about the time we broke into Chateau Hain? It started, as most capers do, with a trap.
That is the other expansion for Dragon Age 2, I believe.
And then Hawk looks up and says, "Looks like the Duke has fallen from grace."
Definitely the second expansion. That was such a nerd
That's
laugh.
how Duke Prosper died? You know, that's almost perfect for him. And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
The sarcastic
Deal
Hawk
again.
was the best.
I've figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
She was also a bard
let's see if
before,
your good
so
fortune
I'm
knocks
sure
one more
she's
hand.
gonna fleece the hell out of all of us.
I want another chance to win my dignity back. Deal me in.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
Fleeced out of his armor.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
I'm leaving.
And
I
even
don't want to
Underbard.
witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do.
It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
Yeah, Colin's kind of jacked. Would you like me to turn around too?
Glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
The way he ran off in the background.
I enjoyed this.
See? That's what I mean. It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
Wouldn't miss it.
I wouldn't miss it.
Good.
Stole the words
It'll
right
take
out of
me
my
a while
mouth.
to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Watching him sprint off in this direction naked is so funny.
Is that? Did I win?
She just gets shit-faced under the table. I'm surprised she didn't partake and cheat too, actually. She seems like a card fleece. Anyways, I do think that is a perfectly charming place to end the episode, so thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and I will see you soon with more Dragon Age Inquisition. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Ciao.